and welcome back to the podcast. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. All right, we're going to talk about all things IBC and banking today. We talk about business as well, but today we're going to talk about all things IBC. That being borrowing cash value. There seems to be I don't want to say a misunderstanding, but a misuse of language and terminology when we get into borrowing cash value. So y'all know that the infinite banking concept includes a life insurance policy, and we borrow cash value. So first, let's talk about what that cash value is. Because somebody said to me the other day, well, do I get my cash value and my death benefit when I die? No, you do not. And the reason why is because your cash value that you get to borrow against is the current value of your future death benefit. So basically what they are doing is they are giving you a portion of your death benefit that you get to use while you're alive. Okay? Not all of it, a portion of it. That is a benefit. Now you don't get both. But I seen this when I was on social media. Other agents are talking about taking cash value. Oh yeah, when you take cash value, your cash value still grows. No. Here's what happens. When you have cash value and you borrow against your cash value, you do not take your cash value. And here is why that is so important. Because if you call the life insurance company and you say, oh yeah, I just want to take out $10,000, they are going to take it out. They are going to withdraw that money just like you would a savings account. When you withdraw money from cash value, you cannot put it back and it does not grow any compound interest, right? Because you took it out. You are going to borrow against it, which means your cash value stays in the policy and you are going to get the insurance company's money. They're going to lend you their money. That is why there is an interest rate associated with it. If you take it out, no, you're not going to have to pay interest on anything. But you don't have anything growing either. You don't have the compounding piece of it. And so long term, huge mistake, right? Because we don't have that compounding long term. So when you are going to call the insurance company, we want to make sure that you are doing that correctly. If you are a client of mine, I prefer you don't ever go to or call the insurance company. You can go online and you can take a loan, right? So you can go online and request a loan. You can call us and request a loan. But if you call the life insurance company, you have to use the word loan. I don't care what life insurance company it is. Do not say you're going to take it. And I know that this happens because I have had clients that have called the insurance company and said, oh, I just want to take $10,000. So they did a withdrawal. For whatever reason, we caught it and it had to be reversed in the insurance company's system. And thank goodness we caught it early enough, because had we not, you can't reverse it. They can't go back 5 years and reverse it. The other thing is there is one particular accountant in the town where I live who does not agree with this concept. And he has told some of my clients the reason why is because he's done it and it did not work. Okay, so he did it with what? He did it with a universal life policy. First of all, wrong. Secondly, he said he took the money when his wife got sick and they needed to use it to pay bills. He took it. He did not borrow against it. Some people should just stick to the profession that they're in. I don't do accounting, so you know what? I say go see an accountant. He should have probably seen a life insurance agent because it does work when you are doing it correctly. And that is the biggest piece here. There's so many people doing it incorrect. There's so many people that think this is just magic. And it's not just magic. There are reasons why we take loans. There are reasons why we don't take loans. Everybody is a little bit different in how they view it. But at the end of the day, how you use the cash value is super, super important. Okay? We cannot, if we take it out, we also lowered our death benefit because that cash value was part of the death benefit. So if you're going to take it out, your death benefit's going to lower, your cash value is going to lower, what you're earning compound interest on is going to be lower, meaning long term we have a big hit. This is the same thing when we are talking about getting a dividend. People say, well, is the dividend rolling back into the life insurance policy? Yes, it's buying more death benefit. It's creating more cash value because it's buying paid up additions. Okay, that is important as well. Now, if you guys read Warehouse of Wealth, that is Nelson's second book. If you have not read Warehouse of Wealth, go online and order it. You can get it through myself. You can get it through Infinite Banking. Doesn't matter. If you have not read Becoming Your Own Banker, go to my website and get them both. But he talks about in Warehouse of Wealth, and he has pictures of his dividend checks. So Nelson decided he wanted his dividend paid to him. What happened? It lowered his cash value growth. It slowed it down because instead of the dividend going back in where you can borrow against it, guess what? It went to him. Yes, it was income tax free. He did not have to pay income taxes. So how you utilize the policy and utilize the cash value is important. And so many people think, well, how am I using it outside the policy? Am I buying real estate? Am I buying cars? Am I paying kids to go to college? Am I putting braces on kids? Am I starting businesses? What am I doing with that cash value, right? That's great. Step one is how you use it from the policy, how you take it from the policy. Are you going to take it as a loan or are you going to take it as a withdrawal? And when agents do not use the correct terminology, it is very hard for the client to do it correctly. And a lot of times what I see are people that are not Infinite Banking certified. Agents that are not certified are the ones that are using that terminology incorrectly. Because those of us that are certified understand how important that is. So if you are using an agent that is not understanding that, then you are going to have to decide what you want to do. Do you want your money and your management taught to you by somebody that doesn't know, or do you want somebody that truly understands? When you meet with me, and I do this all the time, when a client meets with me and they say, I'm going to take money, I correct them every single time. And I'm not doing it to be rude. I'm not doing it to have a power struggle. I'm doing it because it is super important when you talk to the insurance company, if you do, that you use the right terminology, because we don't want the money taken from that policy in an incorrect manner. And the same thing with payback, right? When we pay it back, we just pay back what we borrowed. If we borrowed $10,000, we're only paying back $10,000 because we can't put the interest back into the policy. They charge us interest. That goes to the insurance company. Any extra interest that you're going to pay is going in as premium to the paid up additions rider. It is not going in as a loan repayment. Nelson makes it look that way in his book. So many people misunderstand and they think, oh, I can just put it in. You can only put that extra in if the policy does not already MEC and it has room for the extra. The policy needs to be structured in order to handle the extra interest if you're going to be an honest banker. So there's a lot of pieces there that are moving, and your agent needs to understand that. And they need to understand the banking portion, obviously, and not just sell you a policy. So look at all of those factors. Understand all of those factors yourself. Okay. I think that's it, you guys. I don't want to muddy it any more than that. I don't want to go on a tangent any more than that, because it's very simple. You take a loan or you take a withdrawal. Using the correct terminology is super, super important. Even if you have friends that are doing this, use the right terminology amongst yourselves. If you guys have comments, concerns, suggestions for podcasts, please suggest a podcast topic. If you have suggestions for podcast topics, let me know. Hoping to have some client interviews on here in the near future. I just got to get them all scheduled, and so that you guys can hear from other people. But if you have any suggestions or anything, let me know. MaryJo@withoutthebank.com. Otherwise, grab the book, go to withoutthebank.com, get my book, get Nelson's book, set up your appointment. I'm excited to talk to you and help you, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys, you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day.